So I've been thinking about, I guess, imagining the flame of people's lives. And in scripture, in Isaiah 42 verse 3, it says of Jesus, "A bruised reed he will not break, and a faintly burning wick he will not quench." And I think for many people, life feels sometimes like it's bruised and battered them, and the wick of their faith is burning faintly, or it has moments where it feels like that flame is very small. And what we need at that moment is to be aware, particularly for those of us who are around about that person, to be aware that actually our words can be, as it says in Proverbs 18, the power of life or death for that little flickering flame. And so instead of harsh winds of criticism and judgment and accusation and just the condemnation and I guess even words of religion or control, all sorts of things can be a harsh wind that actually stops that little flickering flame from strengthening and burning brighter. And I've been thinking about what it says in 1 Corinthians 14. It says, "Follow the way of love. Eagerly desire the gifts of the Spirit, especially prophecy." And in verse 3, it says that prophecy speaks to people, one who prophesies speaks to people for their strengthening, for their encouraging, and for their comfort. And I picture it a bit like this, that there is the flame of, if you like, the words of prophecy, the flame of the words of encouragement and strengthening that come alongside that little flickering flame and help it to grow, help it to burn brighter, help that flickering flame of faith to strengthen and to get established. And so I'm thinking about Ephesians 4, where it talks about never let ugly or hateful words come from your mouth, but instead let your words become beautiful gifts that encourage others. Do this by speaking words of grace to help them. So I just want to leave that thought with you about whether your words are beautiful gifts that encourage and strengthen and build up each other's faith, or whether they are more like the harsh winds that cause that little flame to struggle and flicker.